Imagine checking your LinkedIn profile and seeing 6 views in 5 minutes. Is that a recruiter or a bot attack? Today we'll solve this FAANG-level anomaly detection problem using SQL. Let's start with the problem statement. LinkedIn wants to detect sudden bursts in profile views that may indicate viral posts, recruiter attention, or bot traffic. You're given a dataset called profile views that contains raw profile view events with irregular timestamps. The task is to identify the days where a user's profile views spiked abnormally compared to their recent history, and we're given this formula to identify how a day is considered anomalous if daily views are greater than moving average plus 2 times moving standard deviation. So first of all, we are going to cast our timestamp column as a date. And then we are going to count the events per day as the daily views. So by on user ID. So now we have the daily views for each user on each date. Now we're going to put this within a CTE, call it daily views. So we create another CTE, rolling stats. Select the user ID, view date, and daily views from the daily views CTE. And now let's calculate the moving average. So we are going to define a window to consist of the last 3 days, and the average can be calculated using the average function. So average of daily views over partition by user ID and order by view date. And since we are defining a 3-day rolling window, we are going to say rows between 2 preceding and current row. Now this is the point where most of us will be by default considering the 3-day window including the current row. An anomaly should be compared against past behavior, not against itself, because it will inflate the average, inflate the standard deviation. So the exact question that we need to ask the interviewer at this point is, should the current day be part of the baseline? Now for our example, we are going to change our window to between 3 preceding and 1 preceding, because we are going to exclude the current row from the rolling statistics to prevent baseline contamination. So now we have the moving average. Next, we are going to calculate the standard deviation, because the anomaly detection formula given to us is mean plus 2 times standard deviation. And in this case, we can use the function stdev to calculate the standard deviation. Now, standard deviation is defined as the average distance of values from the mean. Mean alone tells you what's normal. Standard deviation tells you how much variation is normal. So look at the example of the screen and you can understand how they are calculated mathematically. Now moving on with our query. We're going to write a final select statement to detect these anomalies using the deviation threshold that was defined for us. So select all the columns from the rolling stats CTE defined above and add a filter where daily views are greater than moving average plus 2 times moving standard deviation. Order by the user ID and view date. Execute. And here are the 2 users identified with abnormal spikes. Now we have written a query, but this is incomplete. Why? Because if a user has no profile views on a day, that day is not going to exist in our daily views CTE, and we have not accounted for that. So now we have to put in a fix to generate the missing days. So we can generate a continuous date series per user. and fill the missing days with 0 views. So let's define a CTE called date bounds and define the start date and the end date for each user ID. So we're going to use the min function to find the start date for every user and the max to find the end date, and we're going to fill in the missing dates between this range that we identified. From our table profile views and group by user ID. And this is what we're going to get out of this table. Next, we're going to define our series of dates. So call it date series. And this can be done using a recursive CTE. So our anchor is going to be select user ID, start date as view date. From the date bound CTE, union all. And now the recursive part, an alias date series as DS in a join with date bounds, call it DB on ds.userid is equal to db.userid, where ds.viewDate is less than db.endDate. Now we'll select the relevant columns, the user ID, and we're going to increment the day by 1 for every view day till we reach the end date from the date bounds that we just identified. So now we have a continuous series of dates which we are going to use in our next CTE final daily, where we are going to left join all the dates from a date series with the dates and the daily views CTE. Join them on user ID is equal to dv.userid, and the ds.viewDate is equal to dv.viewDate. And we're going to fill the missing dates with 0 as the value for daily views. And then we are going to call upon this CTE final daily for our rolling statistics, which is going to give us the correct results.